night.
Yeah. Okay.
And
I was
what
living,
the
and I saw a big bright light in the above of the olivers. When I run back again, the light's still over there, and just there was the light. We think it's the same light, but that time the light is not white, but it's orange. No sounds. Then we just look at the light until it disappear in the dark.
All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Broadcasting Seeds. I am your host, Bennett Tanton, and today we have a guest. His name is Antonio Alves, and he is the author of Gods or Civilizations from the Stars, and he has a heck of a story, and he's here to tell it. Antonio, welcome to Broadcasting Seeds.
Thank you.
Tell everybody who you are and what's the best place that they can find you.
Okay, my name is Antonio Alves. I come from Portugal, and I live in Connecticut for a while, 87 till 1988, and now I live in California, and this is the base of my life, And
Yeah.
I've been in this UFOs, aliens, and all my life. Start beginning, real child.
Where in Connecticut did you live?
I live in Danbury, Connecticut.
Okay. I'm from Fairfield, so not very far. Either way. So where can people buy your book?
Amazon, but you got a free also in my Instagram. In my Instagram, DC.ALVES. You just go over there and get the book,
Okay. Awesome. So I guess for people hearing your story for the first time, what is Gods or Civilizations from the Stars in your own words?
This started with my encounters, and the book come with not just experience, but everything I started learning. I don't know from where, from who, but this is why the book come and give this name, because this is why I can't see they told me if I sent to the people, all the message from the gods is it's not gods, but it's another civilizations come from different parts of the universe, and just not teacher, but they make us, by experience, biology experience, and we are some parts of them, too.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. So yeah, I'm gonna let you. So let's start at the beginning. So it was 1979, right?
1978, 78.
78,
77,
79.
78. I was around 11 years old one day.
Yeah, so take us back to that first, it was a night, right? First night.
Yeah, okay.
With the light.
Yeah, I was living in the small village, real small, less than 1,000 people, Everybody know everybody. And I was a kid, and you got lucky because nothing happened, and we can go out at night with the friends. Real, it's cool because no danger at all. And one night, I tell my friend named Alexandre, okay, we go dinner. After the dinner, we go back, we go to the club. And my parents, they still have a farm with a lot of olives. And okay, I got the dinner, and I just go walk to go call him for we go out. And but for do that, I must go walking between the olivers, no lights, all dark. And one night, I know it's winter time, and I saw a big bright light in the above of the olivers. they'd be so big. There must be around maybe 4 or 5 Olivers. How big that light. I look at the light for a while, and I come in my mind. Let me go call my friend and foresee the light too. Um, and go call him, but he was not there. And I go to the club, and when I run back again, the light's still over there in the above of the Olivers. Just when I go call my friend, and we go run again to the farm, there was the light waiting. It's the same light, but that time the light is not white, but it's orange and move above the trees. No sounds, nothing. We just look at the light until it disappear in the dark. And and we look each other, and because Portugal, they have until 1974 we have fascism over there, and we have just one channel, 6 hours a day, and it's a government channel.
Yeah.
We even does know UFO word, in Portuguese. Often we even does know that. We can't give any name that it's a light. We saw a light. And one day, my friend saw in the newspaper something's happened in Spain, and after that, we start calling a UFO for that light. But there was not the light. The what that's come after in my life, they changed everything. They changed the concept, everything, even in the school, you know. And I start interested about ancient text, special the Bible. Well, it's a Catholic country. We have the easy guy, the Bible, and all kind religion stuff. And I start having dreams, and the dreams sometimes come true. It's not big deal, not big, but they come. It looks like a message. I start listening voices, and one of the things real scare me is the paralyze. I start have that kind of paralyze, and you are a kid. You can ask anybody. I tell my parents no, but religion. They come to the religion spot. That's what my mother think.
Right.
God, it must be devil, something like that. That's
Yeah.
and I even doesn't know. What is, because all these things happen. I don't know nothing. Well, until I come to United States, Connecticut, uh, and I enjoyed the MUFO, and that time when I have go to the meetings and I see the people have this almost the same experience about all that, I don't know even what is missing time, that kind of words, nothing. If you have not, even doesn't know UFO words, I don't know another one, and that is one of the things real scared me. There was the paralyzed, that's you have no sounds, and when I was free from that paralyzed, I just run to the bedroom to my parents. They stopped me so many times. My mother got a coach, and for I just wait that neck in the bedroom. Just when I run and I go over there and I sleep it, and that's it. And that's just when they start the book, and I start things take from the Bible and from another ancient text. Sometimes I even doesn't know what I'm doing. I'm just right. And another thing they start is the calls. I was like, but this is still about 3 weeks, no, about 1 month. I got the calls. They still, I have that call. And the calls is, I'm just sometimes in the bed, sometimes I do something. I have that feeling I must go that place. And that place, usually it's like a center place. In that area, we have a lot of like Cromlex, like and Dolman, and we have 100 that things all around, and all the calls. I must go someplace that, and there was not the same all the time. They have 3 different places I'm go, and the thing is, sometimes I just pass through that one because it's not that one. I must go, and I stay over there for 20, 25 minutes, half hour. The most of the time, nothing happened. Maybe 99.5 doesn't happen the time I'm going. But when I was there, I start feeling you must go, you must go leaving. You can't stay here anymore. just go away. Then I'm just walking, and that's it. This is after that light, all these things start happening to me, and
Yeah.
sometimes I'm look and tell my friends, look, in the corner of that house, they come a guy with this, special. It's like not deja vu, but you can see it seconds, minutes before that thing happened. And if what I understand is when I go more inside these things, more that visions they come. And I learned already with all these years. If I come too close to the people come too close to me, like girlfriend or a wife or something like that, they start see things too. You know,
Mm.
looks like uh, I don't know. It's okay. You must. They show them for they maybe start real believing what of the stuff I'm say this thing will happen.
Yeah. So what would, like, when you have the paralyzed, what do you call them? Paralyzing vibrations,
Yeah,
something
I
like
told
that,
them
right?
because that thing come from they go the first my feet, my legs, and all my body. And they have like you have an ant or something in your body.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
you understand. This is kind of that thing. And this is real
So
fast. It's real fast. It come real fast.
what would happen in, like, when you were in bed? Do you remember anything? Do you
No, I
remember?
just now have a feeling like here something grabbed me, and I scare it, and I call my parents, but no sounds at all, nothing,
Yeah,
nothing,
yeah.
nothing.
Right.
And I
Wow.
remember one day I was can move my right arm, and I touch in the because it's papers yet, it's not the book, it's just the paper, and I touch in the paper, and that thing gone. And I was so happy because I can find something I can release, and I'm free. But the next night, not that night, but the one day happened again. Uh, I tried to grab the papers and I touched. Nothing happened. There was just a coincidence about that night.
Hmm.
And the thing just I don't know. I can't tell you if it was 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute. I can't tell that because I don't know. I just know there was the all things happen in my life. There was the scary things happened. There was that. And
Right.
the but it's uh, after 2, 3 years, maybe more, maybe 5 years, that thing is gone. They never happen again.
So after that, you never had the paralyzed feeling again.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um. So from there, where do we go? The black car. That's
Okay.
an interesting story.
Yeah, this is interesting too because this happened 1980, 1981.
So not too far after your first the first few incidents, and you
No,
started
no,
having this
no.
stuff.
Because after that, every time, every week or like that, something happened.
Right.
But it's not
Yeah.
really interesting. But special the calls. The calls is almost every week, 1, 2 times. I must go that place. This happened. This still happen. This still all my life. I got that call. If when I come to
When you go, is there anything there? I mean,
that, there was one time. But this is 2006. I saw something over there. I saw foreshadows over there.
oh, okay.
There was different. But another time, I just be over there, and the thing is, it's that the feeling is so strong. You go, and the feeling is so strong. Get out of this place right away.
Hmm.
It's the same. But just happened
It's
2006.
just wild.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So talk about the black car.
Okay. And because it's a small village and we have just school until 60th degree. After that, we must go to the high school for another city. It's 22 kilometers. It's not too far. Okay. In the morning, we have a bus. In the afternoon, we must get the normal bus and the normal time bus. And we have not, and that years, some years, we have not classes in the afternoon like Wednesdays, special Wednesdays.
Gotcha.
And what we're doing is we go some guys, and I go with a guy. Normally we go two guys go to the road and ask for ride, and I was with a friend of mine, and like a kid stuff, and what we think is, okay, we have 5 cars. The guy got the right go to the next driver. Kids, the thing. This is 80, 80. That must be what, 14, 15 years old. And I was asked for the right. They come a black car, a real nice car, and I want to just tell one thing before. All that boat rides, I never think my life until 2007, I think, 2006, 2007, I met the president of APO, which is a Portuguese language studying. And this guy is so thinking about that drive. And matter of fact, he started talking, said, "Oh, there must be men in black, men in black." I said, "I don't think so." And one day he called me and said, "Hey, we have a talking show. You want to go?" Blah blah. And it was 3 guys. I was the first talk about the story, and I talked about that story, the Oliver's story. And the guy just jumped and said, "Oh, look, tell Antonio, tell about the men in black." I said, "Oh no, I don't believe it. We'll now tell this story again, because well, let's go back." And the car stopped, real nice car stop, and we talk 80s, and we are real surprised. The window, even it's not manual, it's automatic already, and opened, and I asked the man, well, I will go ask, and he said, "Okay, come inside, let's go, come inside." And my friend sit down in the back, and I'm sit down with the driver. When he start drive, the first question he did for usually they ask for the school, how the school going, blah blah, that kind of stuff. That guy just did that. He turned to me and said, what do you think about Bermuda Triangle?" I said, "What?" But he even doesn't wait for the answer. He start talking about aliens, UFOs, Egyptian aliens. He talked about DNA. I even doesn't know what he talked about DNA. He
Yeah.
talked about hybrids. I don't know nothing about hybrid. And he keep talking. It's a man of around 75 years old. He's just talking. And usually they drop us on in the road and we walk into home. And this guy doesn't. They go inside the village. They stop in the front of the house of my friend. Nobody told them where my friend lived, and they go stop in the front of the gate of the farm, almost the same place where my son, no, I'm sorry, where my friend and saw that orange light. Well, and he turned to me and they told me 3 books I are reading. One of them is the UFOs in Fatima, the
Yep.
center of Fatima. I said, okay. We, that time we have no even library. I know I never can get that books. Well, and they just say goodbye and he left. After, I don't know, there was months. I know there wasn't the same year, but I don't know how many months. I was with another friend and I asked for the ride, and they come that black car and they stop. I even don't remember any more about the black car. I remember of course the conversation all because it was really strange, you know. And when they opened the window, I see it's the same guy. And then the guy just said, "Okay, come inside." And, he said, "You have a black, all black, the clothes is all black."
Yeah.
But this time they have another guy in the back seat of the driver. I don't see the guy very well, but my friend in the morning told me all the story. And but this is another friend. He just sit down next to that guy, and I sit down with the driver. He asked me if I read the books, and I lie. I say I was so busy studying, And the guy But the guy doesn't get the answer. He just start all over again, all the story. Ancient aliens who building the pyramids, everything the same. Always, always. And I just listening. What they did, what he did. He was at the village. This is different friend. He stopped in the front of his house. Nobody told me where the guy lived. He just stopped over there. He go in the same place before. He just let me over there, and he turned to me and said, "Okay, one day we go meet again." I don't know if you met him or not. And it just leaving in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning. When I wait for the bus, there come a friend of mine, and we start talking about strange things that happen, And my friend said, "Look, that guy, the guy was in the back. That guy's real strange. He doesn't look at me 1 second. He keep just looking ahead. It's you have a dark sunglasses, real cool." He said, "It's real cool. The hair is like cut like army. It's around." They said 23, 25 years old, and but he said one that surprised them is the color of the skin. They was so white. They said they said it looked like ceramic. It's some like wax. And this
Yeah.
and he's a little pissed off because look, I say hi, he doesn't even look at me. I say goodbye, he doesn't look at me. He just keep straight. He said, so I looked one time just for sure there was a toy or there was a real man. But he said, no, there was a man. He said, you can see it's a man. But he just keep looking, doesn't say one word, doesn't look at him, just nothing. But this is described because I saw just him when a little bit second when I go inside the car. And after that, as far as I know, I never saw that man again. And this and like I said, if it was that guy real care about this, right? I never think there was men of black. I don't know. I'm not sure it's a man of black.
The
The
Men in
story is
Black.
the story is real strange. There was, special the first question, but after a while, I start thinking there was not so strange one thing. When he asked me about the Bermuda Triangle, I was in that time reading a book about that case, the Flight 19, that all the planes appear in the Bermuda Triangle. And they come more strange how he knows. I read that in that time,
Yeah.
that book. But this happened.
Wow. Man. So you had two, yeah, that's wild. The guy with the pasty white
Yeah,
skin,
yeah.
but he didn't say anything to anybody?
The guy in the back,
Yeah.
nothing. Even doesn't move. Because my son even think there was a toy or something that's over there.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
he even
like
doesn't
almost
move.
like a mannequin, right?
Yeah,
Like a
yeah, that's right. Because and it's a real piss off because you say hi and goodbye, and then they say something. So I
man.
don't know, but it's real. There was a strange. It's a strange because we talk 1980. The it's a long time ago, and the special that country have just one channel, government channel, and that guy come with all that stories. The most of the things I even doesn't understand what he said, but and especially that time they, he talk hybrids, he talk about DNA,
Right.
alien DNA, all that stuff, and
Yeah.
doesn't matter what it is. I'm sure he does. He knows. I don't. The most of the things that he talking, I don't know what he talking about. I'm just listening, and that's it. And
Yeah.
but this happened.
So next we move to a story about where you were at home watching TV.
Yeah. Yes. This happened 1981. I was because my mother's in the hospital that time, and I was with my father, and we watched TV. One program. You have just one channel. That program.
Yeah.
uh, And we have a lot of dogs, and the real strong dogs. It's that kind of dogs. My
Hmm.
father have cows, and it's that kind of dogs for care about cows, and it's real. You have that time thing for five, and we watch the program, and all the dogs start make noise, not just ours, but all the neighbors, And
Hmm.
I tell my father, okay, I'm gonna go see what's happened. When I step out for see what's happened, everything was a quite no noise at all. My I call my dogs, I don't know where they are. They disappeared. All the dogs from the neighbors. There was a quiet place. You can imagine, no cows, no horses. You don't listen any noise. In that moment,
Mm.
I look up in the sky and I saw a big cylinder, orange cylinder in the sky, but that was real big. And I just look, no noise, nothing, but they move real slow. It was like slow, real slow. But and I just look and I call my father. Hey, come outside. They'll see this thing. My father come. We be looking at that thing, just move real quiet. And I remember my father told me about the noise. That they have no noise at all. And
Hmm.
it looks like the life stopped. And we be looking that, and my father says, I'm go back, I go watch TV. And the things, and I still over there for what, maybe 1 minute or something like that. And I said, okay, you know, I don't know nothing about what I see. I'm still there.
Right.
And I'm go back. And after a while, I don't know how many minutes, all the noise, all the dogs, all the life come back. And I say, I go outside again. I don't, and that time I look at the sky and that thing, it's gone, you know. And all these times when I think about what's happened, forever is that thing is they stop the time or forever because nothing move, nothing, just me and my father.
Yeah.
And that thing is so big, so big. I don't believe there was just me and my father saw that thing. There must be more people, and then we never, not we don't talk about that, but there must be more people, of course. So that thing.
Yeah. Um, man. So it was like cigar shaped.
Yeah,
So it was like a craft,
yeah,
is what
yeah,
it
yeah. This what it
essentially.
looks like. Yeah, this looks like a real orange, and just it looks like a pencil, and
Yeah.
just move real. Looks like real slow, you know, and how big is it must be real sound. Did they have any sound at all? Well,
Right.
they have not sound like nothing. It's a real empty sound, and
Like it shut down everything.
yeah,
Like you couldn't
that's
hear
right. That
anything.
that that
Hmm.
looks like we move for another space time as well. We go because everything, you know.
Yeah. For the dogs to stop barking, that's like a, mm, yeah,
And
it's hard to say
and
what
and I
happened there.
remember I called the dogs and they don't answer. We talk about
Mm.
real strong
Right.
dogs. I'm afraid that animal will go be for I don't know where it is.
Hmm.
And when I come and all the noise, all the dogs, the life is normal when the light it's gone. You know, and
Wow.
I don't know. And I just started listening about that cylinder's shape and all when I when I was in the United States in the MUFO. That's when I started listening that, because all the things happened with me, even that missing time and that I have. I never listen nothing. I just want to come here. I start learn. I just see the close encounters.
Yeah.
I just see the close encounter 19, I think 88. I think
Yeah.
1988. When I saw the close encounters, the movie, you can see how back we are in that country that time.
Yeah. Wow. So the next incident, 1986, on your father's birthday,
hmm Yeah,
what
March.
happened? You were riding a bike?
Yeah, I was with a friend of mine. I have 19 years old, almost 20, and the story there was the same. A small village. We ride a bicycle, and one of our friend said, "Okay, it's almost 7 o'clock p.m. Let's go dinner," and we go met in the club. It's the story that the years pass, but the story is still the same.
Yeah.
We
Always
have,
the club, right?
yeah, I think they still the same over there now. And there was real close the gate of the farm of my parents, and I just got the bike. I just start when I go almost inside of the farm. I look up and I saw looks like a star. And that's with all these years and the walking for some place, and we look at the sky and we start learning something, constellation, Venus, all that kind. And I looked at there was looked strange because it's not normal that star that was there. What I did is I go around the farm for catch for go be close more close that thing because I know that is close than the star. When I got in the road, one road, that star, that light just disappear and appears another side of the road. And I just look, and they did that for 4 times, for one left, right, right, left, left, right, and when it was in the right side, the light disappear and it's gone. And that time I look at the watch, and they say 7:45. I say it's impossible. I, they don't take me. What I did, I go back in the place and go back with the bike, and they take me about 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Let's go say 5 minutes, you know, and they still missing that time, 30, 35 minutes around that. And that I can explain what's really happened. And one more time, I just start listening when I come here to the MUFO. There was real, and
Just those missing time incidents, right?
yeah, there was.
Um, so then in 1987, you traveled to Canada.
Yeah, come to Canada. I live for 2 days, and I come to United States, Connecticut, and I was living over there for 11 years. 11 years. Yeah, and this is where when I met the MUFO. In the I remember the lady. There was the first time in her house. The lady's the name is Anastasia something. I don't remember that. She is the
So
director.
how did MUFON help you? Like, did it just change how you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not crazy?
No, they help a lot, because first, you start listening stories, almost the same, our mind story, and I say, well, maybe something is here, because even that time, we call aliens or it's a little strange because I know from the beginner, everything start happening with me. There was because that light that night. I know that.
Yeah, right.
This I know. But the movie helped me a lot about start understand, listening to other people, and they start make my investigation, go to the library, start studying as things that go be happen like that happen with me, and this is what happened. When you told me about when I'm walking to a place and that nothing happened, 2006, there was the time I will something over there. I was almost go to the bed. This is about 11 p.m. And I have that feeling. I must go walk in that place, and I'm just go over there,
Right.
and they have this, and I grab all the papers because no, I'm sorry, I grab all the papers. They will be the book. This go with me all the time. Of course, the time I go right, it's more papers come will go with me. And that moment, I was there, and I know I feeling. The first thing I look at the sky, and it's like a doom, all in top, And I look at the sky, and I can see any constellations. I know I can give any name because looks like the sky there was different sky. And that moment I start feeling I was not just me over there, but there's something there. And there was the first time I really saw 4 shadows. There was a big one and the two small ones, and another big one. And by the shadow, there looks like there was the gray ones, but there was just a shadow. But the figure is like a gray ones, and they have
Yeah.
that
The
papers. Yeah,
small ones or the big ones?
that both, because they have two big ones and two small ones. It's one big one,
Gotcha.
two small ones, and one big one. And I look and I talk with them. I just and I know they were about 2 meters from me, and I just grab the papers and I take the papers on the floor. This is in the middle of nowhere, and I say, look, what I'm doing with this all my life with this, what I'm doing, and I know that thing. This is real strange. The message come from the guy from my left side, the tall one. And it's like telepathy or so, or they just
Yeah,
go
that's what I was gonna say. Were they
yeah, it's
talking
go
to
inside.
you, or
Yeah, it's go.
you could just hear them?
Yeah, yeah, you just go inside the brain. It's not talking.
Gotcha.
And they said I will be met somebody, and they go be help me, the computer stuff, and they go be help me. The book go be pretty soon go out. This is 2006, and the book come in Portuguese 2010.
Okay.
And say okay, and after that, just disappear. All that dome, it's in the top, just disappear. And I look at the sky, and I start recognize the constellations. That all the sky, it's the normal. What's it supposed to be?
Yeah.
And the truth is, after 1 year, I met a woman that was could be my wife, and now it's my ex-wife, and she helped me with the computer. And matter of fact, they found that APL, the Portuguese Association, and that helping the finish that thing. And it was real strange because, I, you know, I'm real convinced that thing really happened, because the things happen after is right the same that being told me there will be happen. This thing is 2006.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
This is one the the thing happened one of the days. I'm just walking for that place. Yeah. And after that, matter of fact, my ex-wife, when we met that man, the president, one day, I don't know if you know she was real famous. She worked with John Mack, Dr. Gilda Moura. She's from Brazil, and
Yeah. I've heard the name.
and uh, And one day, the president, they called me and say, look, we have a meeting today. It's about the adoptees, because it's a real strange story that I'm going to tell you now. This happened 2000, it must be 2008, something like that. And I said, look, it's about adoptees. It's the famous Gilda Moura, blah, blah. I said, okay, I'll be in Lisbon. Because they have a meeting every last Saturday the month in Lisbon. They have a place. And I said, okay, I'll be there. And I go with with my ex-wife, and we have a child already, a girl. And we go over there and we start listening what she talking, blah, blah. This is the first time I met her. And what's happened is they have a break. They start 7 until midnight, and they have a break like 9:30. And the moment they have a break, and out we walk outside the room, I call unlocked memory. I don't know, but
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Right.
okay. And I have that unlocked memory, and I never forget. And it's that unlocked memory. You start remember things, and I'm pretty sure, I can tell you 100% that thing really happened, but I never forget that unblocked memory.
Yeah.
And what is this? I was walking inside the ship, and I don't saw with the eyes, just the mind. In mind back, they're walking that tall gray ones with me too, and
Two of them.
we just go walk, and we have a room with a door, and I can see the room, a empty room in my right side. There was one, two, three, the all empty. The number four, when I look, they have a child. It's about
So like a human child?
yeah, you know, they looks like human except one. They have a red, yellow hair. The guy, that kid, that was about 16, 17 years old. It's not more. All the kids look at me and I look at them, and they have a white robes,
Yeah.
and no shoes. And I remember the floor is like a gray to blue, light blue. There was the color, the floor. And I remember I looked real straight in the eyes of the girl, like a Native American, and she looked at me like we know each other, you know.
Yeah.
After that, I just keep walking, and that's it. Unlike memory, it's gone, But I know something must be happening, because I know the meeting is about adoptees. We can maybe figure out something, but all the thing come in my mind, that was real strange, and when I go drive, when we drive back home, and they come in my mind one thing. When I look at the girl, I look straight in the eyes, not above, you know. And what I think by myself is, I must be at this. The girl, they must be around 10, 12 years. So if this thing happened, I must be at that age, between 10, 12, 8, because,
Right.
there was,
Because they were all kids.
okay, they have a kids, looks like they play with the cubes. That I don't know, they must be have like 2 years old, and they play with the little cubes. But
Do
all
you
the
remember hearing anything?
nothing. All
Uh,
they stand up over there, look at me like a strange. Yeah, and what a strange guy was there.
yeah. Right.
And if you ask me what is it's hybrids or what is or it's a human beings, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
But when we look at them, they looks like human beings, But I don't know if what is. And this is just unlocked memory. It's not thing I
Gotcha.
remember.
So you don't know if it's but you're pretty sure it's an unlocked memory.
Yeah, and
Gotcha.
because I have that unlocked memory about 2 years ago when I watched the movie, you know,
Uh-huh.
and and um and all my time I was living in Germany from 1 month until 10 years old. My parents was immigrant in the German, uh,
Gotcha.
and I have one memory is I walked with my father. And when I was young, I was sick all the time. And I walk in the parking in the middle of the trees with my father. And all this time I asked, well, my aunt, because almost all my family go to Germany. My father was the first and called everybody that work over there. And I asked my aunt, my uncle, and my parents. They don't remember anything about walking. I walk in with him, and I know there was not that thing one time, but it's more times than one. And I said, okay, I don't remember nothing, and one day, because I want to tell something. My family from the parts of my mother, even my mother, they saw things too. If my grandmother saw things, this come in the family, lights.
Yeah.
Oh, this come in the family, and and one day I was here already in California, and I watched the movie. I don't know if you know this movie. It's with Tom Hanks. It's some about mafia, and I wasn't even remember that thing because I have just that second. My father walked with me in the parking, and because I was worked 25 years in the hospital, in the cardiology area. And what I think is maybe I have a lungs problem or something, and I was in the trees for the air, for pure air, something like that. But
Right.
nobody
Right.
remember nothing. And I when I watched that movie, and Tom Hanks, this is a mafia. I don't know the name of the movie.
Yeah,
He's
I'm trying to think.
you work for the mafia or something like that. And the kid saw the mafia kill a guy. There was be a witness, something like that. And the Tom Hanks look at the mirror, and the camera is in the backside of the ad, the movie. And I'm just just watch the movie. And when he turned, I got unlocked memory. That memory I have just second. I walk with my father in the park. They come more seconds, remember.
Mm.
And there was a real surprise. And this surprised me. And what I think is this is why after I saw that the another second, nobody remember I'm walking with my father. Even my father doesn't remember that because there was not my father.
Mm.
What I saw after that second is I walking and I try run away from that man, what I think is my father. And he turned. When he turned, he grabbed me for the arm and he looked. And I look his face. They have it's a face a man like 85, 19 years old, and the eyes it's real dark, you know. And I just got that information and stop. And I don't remember anything more. But that was good for me because I start understand why my family doesn't remember that thing happened. That
Yeah. Let's fast forward a little bit to like Fatima,
yeah.
right? And what was the name of the investigator? The
Fina
writer of
D'Armada.
the Fatima.
Fina D'Armada. Fina
Gotcha.
D'Armada. Yeah. Well, Fatima, they start the miracle of Fatima. They start with no, it's it's just a few people know about this. They start with the code. Everybody think that's what the church want to show to the people. Is they start with the angels visitor, that three kids, and after that, every 13 of the months, the lady of Fatima showed to the kids until
Yeah.
October. But that was not real that. The real story is because the Fatima start with a code. Three different men from three different cities. By dream, they got that code 135917, and and they write that and they take that to the newspaper, and they pay for that thing going newspaper. At that three men they don't know each other. We're talking 1917,
Yeah.
100 something years ago. Uh, and this is why Fatima come with that code. What the church did, they break 13 for the day, 5 for the month, 917 for the year. Matter of fact, I have a little mess up with a teacher from a college. They studying UFO stuff because he want to know. He said, "No, this is a date." He said, "No, it's not a date. If it was a date, 113 for the day, 5 for the month. It's not 917. If it was 197, there must be 1917, not 917. There was 1,000 years different. This is not a date. This is a
Oh.
code.
Yeah.
And one day, because I was the talk show on TV, when the book came out, and Fina called me. I think it was, I don't know if it was me or Fina. Fina D'Armada she called me, I called, and we start talking. And he said, well, I'll be with my friend, Dr. Joaquin Fernandez, since 1977, studying Fatima. We be in the archives of Fatima and everything. And she got a lot of problems with the government because they discover more than they're supposed to be. And well, we be friends. And one day she said, look, Antonio, I have this number for you, and explain all the code. What is? It's a code 139917, 135917. Maybe you can figure out something. I said, okay, I'm gonna try. And I put 1 plus 3, 3 plus 5. I did all the maths possible. The P number, everything, nothing. And I was sit down in the living room one day, and I say, look, everything, the temples, monuments, its relation with the sky, they're building for the gods. if this thing, it's a UFO and not a sun, because they said the sun dancing 13 October. This is another thing. And I asked my ex-wife, let's go Google, and you see in the sky, if you have some star with 135 with that code, and we catch that. We have a star with that number. Where I said, look, but we must make sure when they discover that, if it was before 1970 or was after, and there was before 18 something. And I said, I need more information for that star. And they were real surprised me. I sent a mail in Portugal, I sent a mail to the NASA, NASA. I never think they will give me answer. I just ask if you have a star or what information can give me. Less than 24 hours from the nest, I got 3 different mails from 3 different persons. I have that in the book called The Mails. I have all that thing in the book.
Yeah.
And what I was figuring out is, for what happened in that year, there must be beings from, this is my conclusion, there must be beings from that star. And they just give that code for one day, somebody will understand where they come from. And they make sense, because if, like tonight, say, go to another planet and found some civilization, they can't say, look, we come that sun from that earth. No, they must use the names from that planet for they understand where they come from, and it's funny because that they come in my mind one thing real, why all the ancient civilizations have the same geometric constellations in the sky,
Yeah.
if they have this different names, but if you tell somebody don't know nothing about the sky, okay, can you just draw Orient constellation? I help you. They have 8. I don't know if they have, but they have 8 stars. I'm pretty sure they go not draw the same constellation of what is supposed to be. You understand me?
Yeah.
And that thing is, after that, I start look who tell for the one ancient civilization in the earth about how they see the sky. They must be tell for all another ones. There was too much coincidence. The Chinese people right in the sky, the same geometry constellation, then like Mayas or Aztecs, doesn't make any sense. Except if you have a contact before, just that.
Right. So you said earlier, you alluded to the fact that this is multi-generational too, right? With your family, and you had brought up your mother's side of the family, but what about your children?
Well, my daughter 2000, I think it's 2000. I try things. Let me see. I don't know. It must be 2012, maybe. I don't. Let me see. I just know. 2018. This thing happened 2018. My daughter, she was in the bed, and she wake up, and she saw a big shadow. She said there must be 2 meters tall next to the window, and she was real afraid. And after that, in the morning, she has 3 marks, 3 doubles right here in the shadow, and she has some kind of gift, like I don't want to say names, but one day they told me for a couple times, that people, she will be die pretty soon, and of course, everybody die, of course, but
Right.
but we talk about between 4 days a week, and it's not that kind of people. Okay, they sick, is die, they will be die. So and she have that gift, and one day I was with my sister, and they come that person, and when we go back or drive, when I start driving that road where I have the missing time 45 minutes, and my daughter turned to me and said, Dad, I never go see that person anymore. I said, why? And that guy is about 65, 60 years old. I said, why? I just know. I never. But she did that before for another people. And we stopped talking because I know something will be happen. And this is Sunday. Tuesday, I have another uncle might call me 4 o'clock in the morning and say, this person died tonight. I said, "Oh, another one. She doesn't like talk too much about that. Even when I have a missing time with my daughter, to and 2018, and if I don't talk with her, she just said, yeah, that thing happened, but she doesn't want to talk too much about that. It's not, she has 19 years old,
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
you know,
Right. So kind of getting to the point where we're wrapping up a little bit. I know that you've asked the question, why me,
Mhm.
many times. So what do you believe the answer is today? What do you think is going on?
About me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, I don't know. For a long time, I was, why me? Why the book? Because the
Yeah.
book is a normal book. It's not big deal. It's just a book. And now I want to tell 2011, if I not forget, 2010, one thing happened about the book, and I said, you know, I said, why? I'm not a doctor. I'm not, and
Right.
I have the high school. That's and I said, why me? And the why this, in this, and where they'll see in the small village, less than 1,000, forever it is pick up that guy, But after the time go and I started, no, there was not just me and my family. It's almost all my family. They have a close encounter, you know. Maybe well, what I believe in, they have in the book too. This is, I believe this is about DNA, you know, and
Yeah.
gen, and this is what I believe. And there were, for now I'm studying another case, of course, and there was not just my family. They have a lot of families, thousand family. They come, and we know what I know is from my grandmother, but I believe that there'll be time before my grandmother and
Yeah.
our mother and the why? Because I'm like a normal people, like you, like everybody,
Yeah.
And
Right.
it's a really just happened, and I know they changed my life in every point, And I was the kid. I go out with another friend. No, I can say lose time, uh, be reading the Bible and take notes from the Bible. And we must just imagine with 11, 12 years old, you do that, and more is for what? And the most of the time I take stuff from the Bible and from another ancient text. I even doesn't know what I'm doing. I'm just take now when I reading and I say, yeah, this is the reason, this, I understand. But in that time, not at all. And I want to talk about my in Portuguese, the book. It come 2nd October 2010. And I have a special place. I won't go a lot of time, so stuff's over there. It's a dormant, it's a Celtic place,
Yeah.
And one night, and I say, okay, when now the book come to, and I go just 9 days after at that place. I just got the bike. It's real close my house. And this is called Évora. It's the city. They call the name Évora. It's the capital of state. Now, but it's so small. It's have just maybe 65,000 people. We have 1 million. I'm sorry, 10 million people in Portugal. We have not big time. And I said, okay, tonight I'm go that place with the book in Portuguese. And I just arrived there with the bike. I just go above off the dome and just sit down and just look at the sky, you know. And I just take the book and put the book in the top next to me. And I look at the sky and this looks like nuts, but happened. And I said, look, it's done, you know. And all these years, the book is done. And now, what I'm doing now? And they don't take a while. And there was a real fast the answer. First, I feeling that something is in there. I was just not along anymore. And and this is around 11, I think 10, 9, I think it's 10 p.m. I don't remember that. And that moment, something come in my mind, 3 things. And it's funny because 2 already happened. And then first, there come a name of a guy. I know the guy. And I said, doesn't make any sense, this guy. Even doesn't believe in UFOs. That guy have his business, his life. This is 2010. And this guy got divorced. I got divorced. You know what's happened? After 7 years, I start date his ex-wife. And that doesn't make too much sense, but make me. If you go think, why that name come in my mind? I even never think about one day there'll be date. That woman. The second one, they said the book doesn't go stay, they go touch in the 4 corners of the wall, like a human being. We will think, oh, it must be a bestseller or something like that. But it was not that. Now I understand. I do the podcast. It's true now. They touch in the 4 corners of the world. You can, in the internet, whatever it is you are, you can see the podcast. This is why they told me, but like a human being, I think there was the bestseller. Not, I don't care, but this, like I said, I have the free book. It's not about money, about nothing that. They come to number 3. This doesn't happen yet. They said that forever is told me. I met one guy, a famous guy. It's a singer. And I remember I said, it's totally impossible. I go met this guy. And that message come again. I say, no, one day you go met this guy. Until now, I don't met this guy yet. He said,
not yet.
Not yet. And but I believe there will be even just say I, and that's it. And I say again, no, that's totally impossible. And that message come again. No, one day you go met this guy. You guys go be talking. Of course, I don't know what go be talk, but this season must be about UFO. And like I said, I never met. And one day, this singer go to Lisbon to make 2 concerts in Lisbon. And then the newspaper come where the band is, in the hotel where they are. But of course, it's lie. They don't go saying the newspaper. But I'm go to that place. And me and my son, my daughter, and my ex-wife, we drive almost 100 miles just for go that place. And we are almost there. I have that in my mind said, just return. It's not time yet. The time is not yet. And I have felt say, I don't go say my ex with my wife. And at that time was my wife. Just return after 100 miles. Just, okay, let's go back. I must go to the hotel. We'll go say, and I go to that place with the book for gift to him. The guy in the hotel said, no. We know they have a concert here in Lisbon, but they are not here. And I just come back. the funny thing is, the message I got it before I got to the hotel, like, no, it's not time. And the truth is, until today, there was not time yet.
Gotcha.
You
Man.
know,
Um, so what
that way we,
what do you believe the answer is today? Like what do you think that there's uh what's the question? If everything like because everything you're telling me is true, right? So in turn, what is the one thing that humanity do you think like completely misunderstands that maybe they're trying to tell us or trying to tell you? Um, like what's going on?
well, of course, they have thousands, millions people like me. They saw things, they have that informations, all that. And but for what I think right now, like the age disclosure and all the government,
Hmm.
especially American government, they try open. Uh, I don't, I don't think so. It's the right moment yet. You know, you know.
Gotcha.
I talk with you, or they talk with people interested about UFOs and aliens. Is one thing. They talk about another people have his own lives. It doesn't care about UFOs, about and it's another thing. And then we have another thing. The religion is real strong, and like my even today, my mother still think it's the devil. It's something they happen. That it doesn't. She doesn't believe it's aliens. Even you know.
Yeah.
She saw so many things happen with me. And she still now I can imagine people never saw nothing. How they go believing? Yeah. So yeah, it's through the government. It's okay. It's good. We have like podcasts like this, the governments start talking about that to open the mind. But if they don't do nothing, that being they go there for a while, But
Right.
because they can do the same thing they did to me and another thousands people, star believers, they can do that. But uh, I'll go, I'll go. You go change all the humankind, to believe in that, this is real life. It's not just not. If you go ask, okay, the American government and another governments, they have some shape the craft, something like that. They'll
Yeah.
tell the people they have a technology. It's not there, just there. They have another problem. These guys have is the technology that beings give to, let's go see, say, United States, the government. There was not just about planes. They will give another information special about the health care, and they
Yeah.
have the medicine. Now, how you go answer that government answers to the people when they go ask, okay, you guys have medicine that can cure the cancer. List 1947 when the crash in Roswell. Hey, I have family. I have friends. They die with the cancer. Why you guys never did that? This is a
Yeah.
problem,
Right.
They have a. I don't know. We be prepared. We have Hollywood. We have cartoons for the kids, and we go be slow, prepare the people, and but it's. I think it's a little early. Except they have something we don't know, real for a big surprise. But I don't think so. They can.
Right.
And matter of fact, I think they even can control, because that means it's so ahead of the time. I don't think so. Even any country in the world ever control 100% of that things.
Yeah.
But it's good, talking about that stuff for people open his mind. But if somebody listening to us but not interested about that, we just listen and say, okay, just turn off and go to my life because so it's a UFO.
Yeah.
What I can do? It's a UFO. But
Absolutely.
of course, it's too. totally different than 1970s and 80s when I saw the things that the real stuff, when I remember me and my friend, we start talking about that class and the people smile, laugh, and make funny with us. And we decided, okay, we stop. We don't say anything anymore. Matter of fact, we even does not say UFO, the word,
Right.
it's real hard,
Yeah, for
And,
sure. Man, what a story.
yeah.
I want to encourage everybody to read your book though. So
Thank
tell
you.
people where they can find it again.
You can find Amazon or my Instagram. You can take the free book, the Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll make sure I put those links in the show notes. So
Yeah,
um
and just
I
because what I feel is I got all that information's free. Why I go ask for money for the people for read the book?
yeah,
Doesn't make any sense. And I was
agreed.
always against the church sell Bibles. No, the Bible
Right.
it's a word from the God. It's supposed to
Yeah.
be free, and not for sale. You know.
Yeah.
But this
Agreed.
is what I think. I know.
Well, I really appreciate you coming on.
Thank you. Me too. And
And
okay, this.
as soon as this is ready to publish, I will let you know.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
I really appreciate you coming on, and we will touch some people.
That I think when I ask why me, but I understand too. I have some mission, and that this is I think all the contactees and the adoption. It's have that mission. It's tell the people, you know, they are here. They do this. That doesn't matter. I was one day in talk show in Portugal, and I was 4 times there. And one day, even the host, they make funny to us, uh, our stories.
Yeah.
And if we know when we go to this kind shows, I know everybody's look at us, become this guy lie or another toy or something like that. It's another, and we know that. And when the host doesn't help too much, make funny too. There was real art, and but we must do it. And I have feeling I must do it. Doesn't matter if they believe or not. My son, when I tell my story, I don't know if I don't care if you believe or another one believe or not. I just tell what I saw, what things happened with my life, and one thing is true. I don't ask anything. This start with me, and
Yeah.
because that I changed lives of my family and some girlfriends and even married, but this I'm keeping going and keep talk with the people.
Absolutely. All right. Appreciate it. And we'll talk soon.
Okay. Thank you.
In a village where the old bells ring, where the night falls those home, a boy walked past the olive trees, thinking he was all alone. No city lights, no warning sign, no thunder in the air, just a fight above the branches like heaven had opened there. And the dogs went quiet, and the stars held still. Something called him from the dark, something burnt his will. There were lights over the olive trees, orange fire in the sky, whispers from another world, asking men to wonder why. Are they gods of civilization from the stars beyond the sea? Somewhere over con mí. He heard the voices in the cells, felt the shaking in his bones. Dreams came walking into daylight, turning strangers into women. A black car on a country road, a pale man dressed in shade, talking pyramids and bloodlines before the words had names. And the road lost time, and the clocks ran strange. Once you look behind the veil, you never come back the same. There were lights over the olive trees, orange fire in the sky, whispers from another world, asking men to wonder why. Are they gods or civilizations from the stars beyond the sea? Somewhere over Portugal they left a mark on me. Fatima keeps her secrets, the old stones know the call. The children saw the heavens move, but who explained it all? Was it angel, was it warning? Was it flesh or was it flame? When the ancient ones come calling, every god receives a name. There were lights over the olive trees, orange fire in the sky, a message buried in the stars, still waiting for reply. Are they gods or civilizations? Are they shadows? Are they keys? Somewhere over Portugal, still above the olive trees. And if you hear the calling, do not laugh and turn away. Some men are chosen by the night to speak what others fear to say.